season replays, fantasy drafts, ultimate created leagues, and what if tournaments. It's Coffee Cup Games with the coach, DKM. Hey, this is Coach DK. We are continuing our series of the year 1900. Let's take a quick look as we enter into the Game 5s in the American League. We have in the top half of the bracket, the Chicago Invaders are leading 3-1 over the Indianapolis Millers. Detroit, the number 4, leads over the Milwaukee Creams 3-1. In the bottom half, we got the Cleveland Braves and the Kansas City Blues knotted up, and then the big shocker, the Buffalo Bulls, the number 7 seed, is leading the series 3-1 over the Indianapolis Hoosiers, and the Buffalo Bulls have a chance to win the series at home. In the National League, we have already one team advanced to the National League semifinals, and that would be the number 1 seeded Brooklyn Superbas, who swept the New York Giants. To see who they're going to play, it comes down to Pittsburgh and Chicago. Pittsburgh's currently leading the series 3-1 with a chance to win it on the road. St. Louis and Philadelphia on the bottom half of the bracket are knotted at 2 apiece, and then just like in the American League, we have the number 7 seed, Cincinnati Red Stockings, leading the series 3-1 over the number 2 Boston Beaneaters, and Cincinnati has a chance, likewise, to also win the series at home. All right, I just ask that you guys just take a few minutes, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment as you're watching. Love to get your feedback, like to get your love, like to know you guys are loyal. I'm going to continue doing these series because I just enjoy documenting them, but it's always nice to know that others appreciate it as well. So if you do that, much love to you. All right, so during the daytime games, we have 3 of them. First is going to be from the American League, Chicago, and they're going to be traveling to Indianapolis. Chicago, again, has a chance to win the series as they lead 3-1. And then the big ones I think everyone wants to see is Indianapolis versus Buffalo and Boston versus Cincinnati. Indianapolis is the number 2, Buffalo the number 7. Buffalo is leading the series 3-1. Boston the number 2, Cincinnati the number 7. Cincinnati leads the series 3-1. At nighttime, we are going to have 2 games from the American League, 2 games from the National League. Cleveland and Kansas City, the 3 versus 6. Their series is tied at 2 apiece. Next, we'll do Detroit and Milwaukee, the 4 versus 5. Detroit is leading the series 3-1, has a chance to win the series on the road. And then almost like a mirror image is the National League. St. Louis and Philadelphia, the 3 and 6, are knotted at 2 games apiece. And then finally, the last game will be Pittsburgh at Chicago, the 4 versus 5. Pittsburgh, the 4 seed, has a chance, leading the series 3-1. They have a chance to win their series on the road as well, just like Detroit. So now let's just go ahead and check out what actually did happen. All right, Game 5 in the first round of the American League. We got the number 1 Chicago Invaders versus the number 8 Indianapolis Millers. Chicago leads the series 3-1. In the mound, who's going to be starting? We got Roy Patterson, the right-hander for Chicago. He won over 20 games in the regular season, had a very, very good 2.30 ERA. In the playoffs, he has 1 start. He pitched 9 innings. He gave up 0 runs, only 4 hits, 1 walk. He's going against Red Earhart. Red Earhart has pitched 10 innings, 10 games, wow. 10 innings in the playoffs. He's only allowed 10 hits, 2 walks, so he's done very well. Unfortunately, Roy Patterson has looked incredible. So let's just see what happened in the game as Chicago has a chance to clinch the series on the road. Chicago got a single run in the top of the 2nd inning, and so now with the score 1-0, we enter the top of the 3rd. Top of the 3rd, here we go. Dummy Hoy, the leadoff man, is going to lead off with a single, and unfortunately for us, he still has a ton of speed. They're going to go with a hit and run. We're going to throw for the runner, and he is going to advance all the way to 3rd on the miscue. Pat is going to then come up, rip a single, bringing up Sugden, who's hitting .588 in the postseason. They are going to try to steal, and they get their 2nd stolen base. And now Sugden's up. He is going to lay down a bunt. Shocked there. So they put a runner on 3rd, 1 out. Here's Shugart. They're playing some small ball. They're going to hit the ball to right field, hoping for a sacrifice fly. Play at the plate, and he's going to be safe. Chicago takes a 2-run advantage in this inning, so they are now leading 3-0. Brody's up. He's going to hit a ground ball to second. That's going to end the inning. With the score still 3-0, Minneapolis is going to try to get back into the game in the bottom of the fourth. And here's Wilmot. Wilmot is going to lead off the bottom of the fourth. He's hitting .235 in the postseason. He needs a 1-5. He gets a 2. That's going to be a single. Next up is going to be Nance. He's going to line out. He needs a 1-5. He gets the 9, so no love there. Here's Harvey. He needs a 1-2. He's going to get a 12, so it will be a single. We're going to try to send Wilmot to third. They're going to let us. And so now we got runners on the corners, 1 away, down 3-0. And here's Davis, who's already 1 for 1. And we are now still going to have runners on the corners as Davis gets an RBI single, and it is now 3-1. With only 1 out, we need a 1-5. We get the 5 by Worden, so we add another run. Runner's still on first and third. Fisher is up. He is hitting 154, but he gets a 1, and he needs a 1-2. He gets a 1, so we're going to score 2 runs in the inning on Fisher's triple. Smith now up. He needs a 1-5. He's going to line out. That 1-5 seems to be a common number here against Patterson. Ball hit by Earhart to the pitcher. It's going to be an error. Another run is going to score. We get 5 runs in the fourth inning, and they're pulling Patterson. They've seen enough. So he's not going to be showing what he did in the first game, and he's already out. But that's going to end the 5th inning. We got 5 runs, now making it 5-3. The score was 5-3. Chicago got a run in the top of the 5th, making it 5-4. In the bottom of the 7th, Minneapolis added 2 more runs, making it 7-4. So now we enter into the top of the 9th for the conclusion of the game. Will Chicago come back and win the series, or will Minneapolis be able to wrap things up and go for game number 6? Top of the 9th, here we go. Minneapolis trying to stay alive in the series. They are winning 7-4. Here is Patton. He is 3 for 4 today. He's going to hit a ground ball to Nance at third base. Nance is going to throw it away, and Patton gets on second. Here's Sugden. Sugden is hitting .526 in the postseason. He's going to hit a ground ball to Nichols. Nichols doesn't have the best range in the world, and he can't get to it. So that is going to be a single plus an error. So they score a run. It is now 7-5. Shugart is up. He's hitting .286 in the postseason. He's going to hit a single. Runners on first and third. We need to find somebody to help finish off this game, and all of our guys are exhausted. So we bring in Bailey. They immediately bring in a pinch hitter. Brain is up. He is going to pop out the first. That's going to be 1 down. Tying run on first base. Here's Hartman. He's hitting .250 during the postseason. Bailey's going to give up a triple. So they get both runs score. We're bringing in a new pitcher. And Parker's going to enter the mound. Wood, the catcher, is up. Runner on third. Game is now tied. Wood is going to bump. He pops it up, and it is caught by the pitcher. 2 down. Here's McFarland. He's hitting .158 during the postseason, and he's going to hit a fly ball to right field. Wilmot's going to have to make a play to keep the game at not tied, and he drops it. Chicago gets the run on the air by Wilmot. Unreal. McFarland's now on first. He's going to try to steal. He does. Now he's in scoring position. And now there is a passed ball. So now McFarland's on third. Sheeran's still up. And he is going to hit a single to knock in McFarland. They are getting 5 runs in the top of the 9th. Dummy Hoy is up. Finally, the inning's over. Chicago comes back down 3 runs with a 5-run inning. Bottom of the 9th, Davis, who's 3 for 3. 2 singles, double, and a walk. .278 in the postseason. He's going to be leading us off. And Wood makes the pop-up foul ball catch. Word is up. He's 1 for 3. He is going to get a single. So we are still alive. We are going to try to steal second here, hoping to keep away from the double play. Not able to. Here's Fisher. He has a triple early in the game. We could use another one like that. He's going to line out the first. That's going to be 2 down. Here comes Smith, the shortstop. He's hitting 222 in the postseason. He's going to hit a ground ball to first base. That's going to end the inning. Chicago comes back to win the series with a top of the ninth 5-run inning. And now Chicago, the number 1 seed, has clinched the series. They are on to the semifinals. All right, so here's one of the games I've been highly anticipating. The number 2 Indianapolis Hoosiers against the number 7 Buffalo Bulls. And the reason is obvious. Buffalo leads the series 3-1, a chance to upset and clinch the series against the Indianapolis Hoosiers. As Buffalo is home, they could create a lot of havoc in the American League playoffs. Starting for the Hoosiers, hoping to keep this series alive and send it back to Indianapolis, will be Frederick Barnes, the right-hander. He had a very good record during our replay. He went 16-7, excellent ERA at 2.32. He did play 1 game in the playoffs. He went 1-0. He won that game with a start. He went 8 innings, struck out 1, allowed 8 hits in, walked only 1. Doc Amole, the southpaw, is who the Bulls are going to send to the mound for the chance to win the series. He had a 14-21 record, 3.64 ERA. He did strike out 92, but he walked 129. He has appeared in the playoffs so far. He started and lost a game where he pitched 6 innings, allowed 8 hits, and walked 1. So we're in the 4th inning. Here's what's happened so far. Buffalo got 2 runs in the bottom of the 1st, primarily because of second baseman Magoon's blunder in the field. Then Indianapolis got a run back in the top of the 4th, making it 2-1, which is now where we are entering the bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th, carries up. He is 0 for 1. He's going to rip a single. And now here's Andrews. Andrews grounded out the last time. He's going to hit a ground ball to Magoon. Magoon with another error. That's either his 2nd or 3rd error of the game. Runners on 1st and 2nd. Doc Amole is up. We are going to do the obvious thing here. And we are going to try to lay down a bunt, advance runners. And we do. So runners on 2nd and 3rd. Our top of the order, Getman, center fielder. He's hitting 333. 1 for 2 today. He's going to get a single. We're going to try to send the lead, the runner, no cutoff, and he's going to be safe. A 2-run shot by Getman. Indianapolis looking like they are in trouble. Here's Atherton, and that's going to be a pass ball. So now he's on 3rd. Infield is in. Atherton's up. He's going to hit a ground ball to Gare, who's not a very good shortstop. We're going to try to run, and he is going to score as he get the easy out at 1st. 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th, and the inning's not over. It's here's Schreckengoss. He's hitting 429. He's going to get a single. Halligan's up. He's going to pop out. So the inning's finally going to be over, but 3 runs added to Buffalo. They now lead 5-1. So the score is still 5-1. Buffalo's pitcher Doc Amole, the left-hander, has been completely brilliant. And so we're entering into the bottom of the 7th with Buffalo still holding on to their 5-1 lead. Bottom of the 7th, 5-1 lead. Schreckengoss is up. He is hitting 455. He's going to improve that with a single. Here's Halligan. He's hitting 222. He's going to get a single. Runners on 1st and 2nd. Here's Knoll. He's hitting 250. So trying to play it safe and add some more runs. What just happened? He bunted the ball, fielded by Hayden. The catcher who throws the ball away, a 2-base error. We get a run, and we got now runners on 2nd and 3rd. Here's Hallman. Trying to figure out how many runs can we get here. Rather play it safe. And so a suicide squeeze, and it works to perfection, adding another run in the bottom of the 7th. Runners on third and 1 out. Carey's going to draw a walk. All right, so runners on first and third. Andrews is up. He's 0 for 3, hitting only 158 during the regular season. We're going to let him swing away. He's going to hit a ground ball to short. He's going to get the out at second for the fielder's choice, but another run scores. We get 3 runs in the inning. It's 8-1. Here's Giacomo. We might as well let him hit with a nice, comfortable lead. Let's see if he can finish it out. All right, so it was 8-1 after 7. Then in the bottom of the 8th, Buffalo added 3 more runs, making it 11-1. Indianapolis is pretty much all over. Let the fat lady sing. Let's just show you the last little bit of the game. So top of the 9th, here we go. Giacomo still on the mound, pitching a wonderful game. An absolute gem. He's only allowed 1 run. He's only allowed 5, given up 5 hits. And I think he's only walked 1. So here's Hickey. Hickey's up to try to bring the Indianapolis back with a huge deficit. He's going to fly out the center. That's going to be 1 away. Next up is Powers. He's the one of their few bright spots. He's 3 for 3. He's going to be 4 for 4. He's got 4 of the 6 hits against a mole. Here's Hoggrubber. He's going to hit a ground ball to first base. And Carey flips it to short to Hallman, who flips it back. And that is going to end the inning. Buffalo ends the game and wins the series 11-1, and they are advancing to the American League semifinals. On the mound for Boston, they will be going with Kid Nichols, the Hall of Famer. He went 13-11 during a replay. He had a 3.76 ERA, started 34 games. He did pitch 1 game in the playoffs, and he ended up with a 5.63 ERA. But in his 8 innings of work, he only did allow 10 hits and 1 walk. And for Cincinnati, the guy that we're going to be sending to the mound to win it all and wrap up the series will be Bill Phillips, the right-hander. Did not have the best record during the regular season, but he did end up with 7 saves and a 4.04 ERA. He did win his 1 start during the playoffs. It went 8 innings, struck out 2, gave up 8 hits, and walked 4. So let's see what ended up happening in this game as Boston tries to survive and Cincinnati tries to end it all. All right, after a very uneventful first inning, we're going to pick up the game in the top of the 2nd. Top of the 2nd, Long, the shortstop's up. He's hitting 250 during the regular season. He's going to ground out to third, 1 away. Here's Freeman. He's going to hit a single. So runner on first. Here's Tenney, the first baseman. He's going to pop out the short. That's going to make 2 down. Next up will be Lau. He's hitting 250. Second baseman's going to hit a single to center field. Freeman's going to go to second. And now here comes Kid Nichols, the pitcher. He's going to hit a ground ball to Irwin. Irwin's going to make an error, and a run is going to score for Boston. 1 away, or they were 1 out away from ending the inning, but Irwin screws up, and now they have a run with the guys on second and third. Hamilton's up. He's going to hit a fly ball to center field. All right, yep, it was Barrett, and that was another error. So 2 more runs do end up scoring. They now have 3 runs and have not earned any of them. Here's Hugh Duffy. He's going to be up. He's going to hit a ground ball, and that will finally end the inning. But 3 runs score, none of them earned. All right, we're about to enter the bottom of the 8th inning. So far, this game has been a pitching masterpiece by both pitchers. Kid Nichols and Bill Phillips have not allowed an earned run. Both of them have only given up 5 hits apiece. They are absolutely incredible. It's awesome. But we're about to enter the bottom of the 8th. The score is still 3-0. Let's see what happens. All right, so here comes Harley to pinch hit. Really struggling with this move because our pitching, our bullpen is absolutely complete trash. We only have like 6 pitchers on the entire Cincinnati team, so taking a risk here, but we need runs. Barrett's going to be up next. He's going to hit a ground ball, and that'll be 2 away. Here's Topsy Hartzell. He's going to get a double, a 2-out double. We desperately need to get him in, and here comes Beckley, who has hit 2 for 20, one of which was a double. He has really been in a slump, and he's going to be struck out. So we're going to bring in Ed Scott, hoping that he might be able to keep Boston from getting any more runs. And he's going to start with Freeman. That's going to be a strikeout. Now he's against Tenney. Tenney, the first baseman, he's hitting 176. He's going to ground out. That's going to be 2 away. And here's Lowe. He's hitting 263. He's going to line out. So 1-2-3 inning for Scott. Bottom of the 9th, Cincinnati. McBride is going to lead off. 0 for 3, hitting 200. He is going to hit a ground ball to first. That's going to be 1 away. Irwin's going to be up. He's going to be struck. That's going to be Nichols' 5th strikeout. Steinfeld's up. He has been 2 for 3. He has a double. We need another hit. He is going to get another double, a 2-out double. He has 3 of our 7 hits. He's on second. Here comes the catcher, Pete. And Pete is going to ground out the second. That's going to end the inning. Boston survives the elimination game. Gonna have a game 6 as we travel back to Boston. So a big win for the Beaneaters. All right, so we're going to enter into the night games. The first game we're going to have is Game 5 between the Cleveland Babes, the number 3 seed, versus the number 6 Kansas City Blues. The series is tied 2-2. So instead of doing highlights, we're going to do a game recap. But let's go ahead and see who is on the mound. For Cleveland, we are going to have Bill Hoffer, the right-hander. He went 17-8, had a very good 2.28 ERA. He struck out 76 while walking only 48. He has pitched 1 game in the playoffs where he started. He only lasted 6 innings, gave up 9 hits, and had a 5.68 ERA. For Kansas City, they're going to have the southpaw Waddy Lee. He probably has more decisions during the regular season than any other pitcher, going 22-21. He had a good 3.17 ERA. He struck out 71, walked 61 in 47 games started. He did start a game in the postseason. He went 9 innings, a complete game. He gave up 13 hits, walked 2, and only allowed 2 runs. So let's see what happened in the game itself. Game 5, Cleveland, Kansas City, Babes and the Blues, number 3 versus number 6. This was a great game, and it was a great game because of great pitching, most importantly. I mean, it was incredible. Both pitchers, Bill Hoffer of Cleveland, Waddy Lee of Kansas City, on the mound, their pitching was absolutely spectacular. There were a lot of great defensive plays, diving catches, multiple inning-ending double plays. There was great timely hitting, but the real story of the game was how both pitchers felt when they left the game and how they felt they just were frustrated, extremely let down. You'll probably understand this a little bit once I explain what happened. In the bottom of the first, Kansas City gets a 1-0 lead. Now, they do so on 2 hits, but what I point that out is because it is the only time that Kansas City had more than 1 hit in an inning. And the run that they scored was unearned. Cleveland's Bill Hoffer went 7 innings. He allowed only 3 hits, 2 of which were in the first inning, and none of the runs were earned. So after 7 innings, he's down 1-0 and frustrated. And the only reason he has to come out is because they're down 1-0 and they need a pinch hit for him. Kansas City's Waddy Lee, he obviously is blanking them going into the 8th inning. He has only allowed 4 hits, hasn't walked the batter. Only 1 runner even made it to second base. And so he's pitching a brilliant game. We enter the top of the 8th. As mentioned, Cleveland brings in a pitch hitter, but they start off with Puelo, who leads off with a single. Here comes the pitch hitter, Jones. Jones hits a single back to Waddy Lee, the Kansas City pitcher, who juggles the ball, fumbles with it, and commits an error. So now there's runners on first and second, no outs. Ollie Pickering, the leadoff man for Cleveland, lays out a bunt. Who gets it? Waddy Lee. He Goes to the ball, throws it to first, overthrows the first baseman. The runner on second, Puello, scores, and now there's runners on second and third. Incredible. Next batter hits a ground ball to the pitcher, to Waddy Lee again, who this time again makes a mistake and can't handle the ball. 3 errors in a row by Waddy Lee. Now their game is, now Kansas City's losing 2-1. There's runners on first and third. Cleveland steals second base. Intentional walk by Kansas City, his only walk of the game to make the bases loaded. He gets the next batter to ground out as they get to play at home. Still bases loaded. 1 out. Next batter hits a line out. 2 outs. Now Grisham comes up for Cleveland. Hits a single into left field. They score 2 more runs. They're up 4-1. Not one of those runs were earned, and all of them were because of Waddy Lee. Kansas City ends up losing the game 4-1. Bill Hoffer goes 7 innings, allows 3 hits, 0 earned runs. Waddy Lee, going to the 8th, had only allowed 4 hits. He ends the game with 7 hits allowed. The only walk he gave up was an intentional walk, but he's the reason his team lost because he gave up 3 errors in the 8th in a row on 3 straight plays. Incredible game, frustrating game for Kansas City, especially for Waddy Lee, who pitched brilliantly, but then he self-destructed on defense. But that now brings the series. Cleveland now leads it 3-2. Great game, fun to play for sure. But our baseball's not over as we go into Game 5 between the Detroit Wolverines and the Milwaukee Creams. Detroit leads the series 3-1, hoping to clinch the series on the road. But Milwaukee, being the home team, is hoping not to disappoint their fans and hoping to come away with the win. For the pitchers, we have for Detroit, right-hander Joe Yeager. He had a very good 17-9 record with a 2.13 ERA. He did start 35 games. He has started a game in the postseason. He pitched a complete game, only gave up 1 run, and earned the win. He did only allow 9 hits and walked only 1 batter. He's going against Southpaw Hall of Famer Rube Waddell. He went 13-6, had an amazing 1.91 ERA, including 8 saves during his 1900 replay campaign. In the postseason, he likewise won his first start, so he is 1-0. He did pitch 9 innings, just like Yeager. The difference is he did not allow a run. He had a complete game shutout. He struck out 6 batters, which is incredible in the year 1900. And he only allowed 4 hits and did not walk any batters. So this looks like this is going to be a good game. Can Detroit figure out Waddell? And can the Creams figure out Yeager? We're entering the 4th inning, and both Joe Yeager and Rube Waddell have been absolutely amazing. They have both gone 3 innings so far, and both of them have only allowed 1 hit, so score 0-0. Let's see what happens. Top of the 4th, both teams haven't scored, only gotten 1 hit so far. Here's Ryan leading off. He's the catcher. He's going to be able to start things off in the top of the 4th with a triple. Infield is in Rube Waddell. His second hit that he's allowed, and with no outs, now he's going to get Nichols to pop out. Here's Casey hitting .333. He's going to hit a ground ball to first base. They cannot send the runner, so he's going to tag the base. That's going to be 2 away. Here's McAllister. McAllister needs a 1-12. He's going to get an 8. That is the first run scored against Rube Waddell in the playoffs. And Rube Waddell responds with a strikeout, his second of the game. We're about to enter the 8th inning. After 7 innings so far, the score still remains 1-0. Detroit still leads. Rube Waddell for Milwaukee has allowed only 1 run on 6 hits. Joe Yeager, on the other hand, he still hasn't allowed a run, and he's only allowed 1 hit. Let's go into the 8th inning and see what happens in the game. Top of the 8th, Dillon's up, the first baseman. He's hitting only .105 during the postseason. But Detroit is continuing to hold on to their 1-0 lead, and Dillon almost gets the ball through, but a good play, that's going to be 1 away. Here's Ryan. Ryan hitting .368. He's going to get a single. So now Nichols is up. He's hitting .083, but he's going to get a single. Rube Waddell now in some struggle. Here's Casey, the third baseman. He's going to get a single. That's going to add a run. Detroit now up 2-0. And now McAllister's going to get a single. Bases are loaded. 1 out. Harley's up the left fielder. Rube Waddell needs an out. It's going to go to Fultz, who has to make a play. And he does not. Another run. Waddell has now given up 2 runs in the 8th, and he's going to react with a strikeout. Yeager, the pitcher's up. He's going to ground out. That's going to end the inning. So that bases loose, juiced with 1 out, and they are not able to add any more runs. We now enter the bottom of the 9th. Detroit still wins 3-0, and their pitcher, Joe Yeager, still has only allowed 1 run. So now let's enter the bottom of the 9th and see if Milwaukee can mount an epic comeback and extend the series, or if Joe Yeager will finish with his brilliant performance and not only win the game, but help Detroit win the series. Let's check it out. Bottom of the 9th is Milwaukee's last chance. We're going to bring in Yeager to pinch hit for Rube Waddell, who did pitch 9 innings and only allowed 3 runs, but he did give up 11 hits. Yeager versus Yeager. Here's the delivery. It's going to be a ground ball to McAllister, 1 away. Detroit 2 outs closer to winning the series. Anderson is going to pop out the short. There's 2 down, 1 more out, and Detroit will be advancing to the semifinals. Here's the pitch, and Waldron is going to ground out. That's going to end the game. What a gem. I mean, a brilliant performance by Joe Yeager. A 1-hit shutout. Absolutely amazing. Had a couple of walks, like 3 walks and a strikeout. Great game. Detroit advances to the American League semifinals. Game 5. St. Louis Cardinals, the number 3 seed, will be traveling and playing against the number 6 Philadelphia Phillies. The series is tied at 2 games apiece, and we are about to jump into pivotal Game 5, which will be a game recap, not highlights, because this game is not going to decide the series per se. On the mounds for both teams, we have 2 very frustrated postseason pitchers. We have for St. Louis, Jack Powell, the right-hander. He started 42 games during the regular season. He got 18 wins. And yet in the postseason, he is yet to get a start, and he's only been given 1 inning's worth of work. In that 1 inning that he did get in relief, he did earn a victory. He did not allow any hits, and he did not allow any walks, and he did not allow any runs. So Jack Powell has been frustrated. He hasn't been able to start and get more work. For Philadelphia, they have Red Donahue, the right-hander. He had a 3.33 ERA during the regular season, but where his frustration comes from is that he did start a game. He only gave 4 innings worth of, was able to only go 4 innings as he got injured. He struck out 1, allowed only 3 hits, didn't walk a batter, but he ended up with a loss, even though he did not allow an earned run and wasn't able to finish the game he started because of the injury. So both Jack Powell and Red Donahue are looking forward to this one, want to show what they've got. And so this should be a good one. But again, this is going to be Game 5, St. Louis, Philadelphia. We will do a game recap. So let's see what happened in the game. All right, St. Louis and Philadelphia. St. Louis is on the road. Philadelphia is at home. The Cardinals are the 3 seed. The Phillies are the 6 seed. The series is tied at 2 games apiece. I was managing the Phillies in this one, and I came away very, very frustrated, to say the least. So here's what happened. St. Louis jumps up the top half of the first. They get a quick run. We respond in the bottom half of the first with 3 runs of our own, so it's 3-1. Top of the third, St. Louis adds 2 more runs. They tie it up. Top of the 5th, St. Louis adds 2 more runs. Now they're leading 5-3. Then in the the bottom of the 7th, we get a run back, kind of the lead in half, so it's now 5-4. And then the 9th inning, here's what happens. But before we go into the 9th inning, I want to explain something. We out-hit the Cardinals in this game, 13-10. In every inning, every single inning, except for the 6th inning, we had runners on second or third or both and left them stranded. So we go into the 9th inning, thinking at some point we got to crack through this because we just had chance after chance after chance and left them stranded. 1 out, bottom of the ninth. Schlegel comes up, hits a triple. Wolverton are probably one of our best hitters during the season, or the postseason. Comes up, he hits a line out. And then Cross comes up and he hits a fly out to end the game. So again, we left the runner stranded on third base, including the ninth inning. So at the end of the day, St. Louis wins 5-4. Now they lead the series 3-2. And we're going to St. Louis for game 6 and maybe game 7. Frustrated, but that's baseball. Part of the reason you love the game, part of the reason I love StratOMatic, because that does happen, and that has happened way too often in real life. So 5-4, Cardinals win. They lead the series 3-2. All right, so here's the last game of the day. Game 5 between the number 4 Pittsburgh Pirates, who will be on the road visiting the home team, the number 5 Chicago Orphans. Pittsburgh leads the series 3-1. This has been a good series, even though Pittsburgh is leading. Looking forward to see who ends up coming out of this one. On the mound, we have a great matchup. 2 Hall of Famers. We got Rube Waddell, the southpaw for Pittsburgh. He went 14-9 during the regular season. He had a 3.20 ERA. He had 105 strikeouts, one of the best in the league. In the postseason, he has started a game. He went 8 innings, struck out 7 batters. Great for the year 1900. Gave up 8 hits, walked 2. Has a 2.25 ERA. Did not earn a decision in that start. For Chicago, they have right-hand Hall of Famer Clark Griffith. He had a subpar regular season. If you look at his stats, 14-14, 3.88 ERA, 41 strikeouts, 43 walks during the regular season, or during the postseason. He also has a start, went 8 innings. He has a 1.13 ERA. He did not earn a decision, while during his start, he did strike out 1, allowed only 4 hits, and did not walk anybody. This should be a great pitching duel. Hard to tell just from looking at that who's got the advantage. So let's go through the highlights of the game and see what ended up happening. All right, so we're about to enter the bottom of the 4th inning. So far, the score is 0-0. Both Rube Waddell and Clark Griffith have been absolutely brilliant. Most impressively is that both of them have only given up 1 hit each. Bottom of the 4th, Rube Waddell up. Here's Frank Chance. Frank Chance is going to hit a ground ball. That's going to be 1 away. Here's Bradley hitting 333. He did not get on base last time. He needs a 1 for a home run, and he's going to get the 3. So that's going to be a double. So he's ended up on second twice now. First time because of an error, and now because of a double. Ganzel up to bat. He's hitting 235. We need a hit. He gets 1. We are going to send the runner, as I don't think there's going to be a lot of chances for runs in this game. So Chicago jumps up, takes a lead 1-0. Ganzel on first, 1 out. Strang's up. He's going to hit a a single to left. We are going to try to get him to third, and they are going to get there. So now runners on first and third, 1 out. Ryan's up. He's hitting 222. He needs a 1-7. He's going to get a 4. So another base hit. We've now gotten 2 runs on multiple hits in this inning, 4 hits. Cupid Childs is up. He's hitting 471. He needs a 1-2. He gets a 1. We are going to send the runner again. And so now we have runners still on first and third, still only 1 out. We're going to try to send Childs. See if he can get a stolen base here. Not able to get a good lead. We're not going to push it. Here's Clark Griffith. He is the pitcher. He needed a 1-6 for a home run. Doesn't get it, but that should be deep enough for a sacrifice fly. And it is 4 runs in the bottom of the 4th. Mertz is up. He's going to hit a ground ball to Williams. Needs to make a play. He's not a good shortstop when it comes to defense, but he does make the play. That's going to end the inning. Chicago gets 4 runs on 5 hits. And now they lead 4-0. So obviously Chicago's bats just woke up, but now it's Pittsburgh's turn. Top of the fifth. Williams is up, hitting only 158, but he gets a single with a liner to center. Now here comes O'Brien. O'Brien hitting 389. He needs a 1-4 for a triple. He's going to get a 1. Excuse me. That is going to go ahead and score a run. Pittsburgh trying to come back quickly. Still no outs. Here's Chief Zimmer, the catcher. He needs a 1-3 for a home run. He's going to get a 17, a double. 3 straight hits for Pittsburgh, waking up the bats at the bottom of the fourth and now the top of the fifth. Here's Tannehill. He's 0 for 1. Hit 200 so far in the postseason. He's going to pop out third base. That's going to be 2 away. Rube Waddell's up, the pitcher, and he's going to pop out the short. So that's going to be 2 runs for Pittsburgh. Score is now 4-2. Beaumont's up. He's going to pop out. So that'll end the inning. Both Pittsburgh and Chicago added a run in the 6th inning, making the score 5-3. Now we enter the game at the top of the 8th inning. Top of the 8th. Fred Clark, the manager, decides to set up a pinch hitter for Rube Waddell. They bring in Ed Poole. Ed Poole's got not a lot of at-bats, but when he does get the pitcher or hitter's card, it's incredible. He's going to fly ball to Green, who drops the ball. And so Poole is going to end up on second, and now they're at the top of the order. Griffith trying to focus in, but Beaumont is going to rip a single, putting runners on first and third. Richie's up, no outs. 1-7 needed. It's going to be a 14. That's going to end up just being a pop out to Childs. Here's Honus Wagner, the Flying Dutchman, the heart of the Pittsburgh Pirates lineup. He's 1 for 3 with a triple. He's going to hit a fly ball to center field. Mertz is going to have to do a lot of running to try to get to this one. He could not get to it. That's going to be a double. Wagner with a 2-run double to tie the game. Clark is now up. The pitcher, or the manager, player manager. I'd say that right. He's going to line out. That's going to be 2 outs, and here's Williams. Williams is going to hit a ground ball to second. Pittsburgh brings in Hall of Fame right-handed pitcher Jack Chesbro out of the bullpen, as Chicago has the 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up. All right. Bottom of the 8th, Ryan is up. Pittsburgh just came storming back to tie the game off of Honus Wagner's double. Ryan hitting 300. He's 2 for 3 today. He does have that home run, the amazing home run that you don't see very often by him, but this time he's going to fly out the center. 1 down. Here's Cupid Childs. He needs a 1-7. He's going to get 12, so that's going to be a single, but he's got some wheels, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here. We're going to try to steal, and he gets the second. Clark Griffith, I really like him on the mound. We're going to let him swing away. He needs a 1-12. He gets the 11. That's going to be a single and a run score. So we take back the lead on Griffith getting a single. Here's Mertz, who's 0 for 4 today. He's going to hit the ball to Williams. Williams not able to make the play. That's going to be the 3rd error against Pittsburgh. Runners on first and second. Still 1 out. Here's Green. He's 0 for 4. He's going to pop out. 0 for 5. 2 down. Here's Frank Chance. I keep on saying Frank, but for some reason I want to think that this is, Frank Chance. It's Fred Clark and Frank Chance. So Chance is up. He's 1 for 4. He needs a hit. He's going to be hit by the pitch. And he shakes it off. So runners are on all the bases. Bradley, 2 for 4. He has a double. He has 3 RBIs. In the postseason, he's hitting 381. Bradley hits a single. We are going to send the lead runner. 2-run score. The score is now 8-5. It seems like every time Pittsburgh gets close, Chicago adds more runs. Here's Ganzel. He's going to hit a ground ball to the pitcher, to Chesbro. And it looks like that was an error, the fourth error for Pittsburgh. Here's Strang. Get a ground ball to short. That's going to end the inning. All right, 8-5. Chicago leads. We're about to enter the top of the ninth inning. We got Clark Griffith still on the mound. Pittsburgh trying to make a comeback, trying to end the series. Griffith trying to shut down the Pirates hitters, hoping to extend the series into Game 6. So do you think it's over? Maybe, maybe not. All right. Top of the ninth. Griffith still on the mound. O'Brien is up. He's going to hit a ground ball to third. And so now it's going to be Zimmer trying to keep this game going. They're going to bring in Pop Shriver to pinch hit. He's going to hit a ground ball to first to Ganzel, and that's going to be an out. And now Tannehill's up. He's playing right field and often pitches. He needs to keep this game alive. He's going to line out to short, and that's going to end the game. Griffith with a complete game did give up 5 runs, though only 4 of those, it looks like, were earned. But a good game. We are going to have a Game 6, and that one's going to be in Pittsburgh as Chicago comes back in the series, making it 3-2. All right, so all the Game 5s in the first round have concluded, and now some things have become much more clear. In the American League, we have the Chicago Invaders, the number 1 seed, winning their series 4-1 over the number 8 Minneapolis Millers when they won 9-7 in Game 5. So therefore, Chicago, the number 1 seed, advances to the semifinals where they will be playing the Detroit Wolverines. Detroit won their game 3-0 to wrap up their series against the Milwaukee Creams, winning the series 4-1 as well. In the bottom half of the bracket, the series was tied 2-2. Cleveland Babes win a game on the road to now take a 3-2 advantage in the series when they won 4-1. Now the series will go back to Cleveland for Game 6 and possibly Game 7. And finally, in the American League, the upset did actually happen. The Buffalo Bulls upset the Indianapolis Hoosiers when they won in a blowout 11-1 at home. Buffalo wins the series 4-1 against the number 2 Indianapolis Hoosiers, who are now going home and will watch the playoffs from their living room couches. In the National League, only one team has secured their spot in the National League semifinals. That would be Brooklyn Superbas, who did it yesterday when they swept the number 8 New York Giants in a series that wasn't even close. They are waiting to play the winner of Pittsburgh Pirates and the Chicago Orphans. Currently, the Pittsburgh Pirates are leading 3-2, had a chance to win the series on the road, but Chicago held strong and won 8-5. In the bottom half of the bracket, we have the St. Louis Cardinals winning 5-4 and therefore lead the series 3-2 over the Philadelphia Phillies. Just like the Pittsburgh Pirates, the series will be going back to St. Louis for Game 6 and possibly Game 7. And finally, the Boston Beaneaters, on the brink of extinction from the playoffs, pulled a win on the road 3-0 over the Cincinnati Red Stockings and stayed in the playoffs, hoping to avoid an upset like seen in the American League. Boston won 3-0, and now the series will go back to Boston, where Boston will have a chance to win Game 6 and win Game 7 and advance to the semifinals. So there it is. There's the playoffs. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave any comments. Until next time, this is Coach DK. Have a good one. Bye.